Somebody asked me, he said, what do you mean at your age, 70, going out on a concert tour of 60 concerts in all of this time? Don't they mount up to? Doesn't that look like a large mountain to climb? And I said, no, because I do them one at a time. Fox went out on a chilly night, prayed for the moon for to give him light. He'd many a mile to go that night afore he reached the town, oh, town, oh, town, oh. He'd many a mile to go that night afore he reached the town, oh. He ran till he came to a great big pen where the ducks and the geese were put therein. A couple of you will grease my chin afore I leave this town, oh, town, oh, town, oh. A couple of you will grease my chin afore I leave this town, oh. He grabbed the gray goose by the neck, throwed a duck across his back. He didn't mind their quack, 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 and the legs all dangling down, oh, down, oh, down, oh. He didn't mind their quack, 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 and the legs all dangling down, oh. Then old Mother Flipper Flopper jumped out of bed. Out of the window she cocked her head, crying, John, John, the gray goose is gone, the fox is on the town, oh. Town, oh, town, oh, crying, John, John, the gray goose is gone, and the fox is on the town, oh. Then Johnny went to the top of the hill, blowed his horn both loud and shrill. The fox, he said, I better flee with my kill, or they'll soon be on my trail, oh, trail, oh, trail, oh. Fox, he said, I better flee with my kill, or they'll soon be on my trail, oh. He ran till he came to his cozy den. There were the little ones, 8, 9, 10. They said, Daddy, better go back again, 'cause it must be a mighty fine town, oh, town, oh, town, oh. They said, Daddy, you better go back again, 'cause it must be a mighty fine town, oh. Then the fox and his wife, without any strife, cut up the goose with a fork and knife. They never had such a supper in their life, and the little ones chewed on the bones, oh, bones, oh, the bones, oh. They never had such a supper in their life, and the little ones chewed on the bones, oh. Thank you, thank you. I usually get a number of requests when I do a program, and in the Scandinavian countries, I am asked to sing Pearly Shells quite often. Good. That's good. Well, I hope it's not the weather, but I suspect maybe it is. Welcome. Come in, sit down. You know, that's the nice thing about playing your own accompaniment, you know. If you're playing along, you know, somebody comes in, I can say welcome, you know. If you got some pianist over there, he's already into the piano to the 4 or 5 measures, and you're in a lot of trouble. But we're glad to have you. I was just telling the folks here I was about ready to sing Pearly Shells. You only missed one song, and I'll sing it for you afterwards if you like that. Would you like to sing it with me? Everybody's saying yes, good. Okay, I will go through it, and then you can, sing a little if you want to, or big. Pearly shells from the ocean, shining in the sun, covering the shore. When I see them, my heart tells me that I love you more than all the little pearly shells. For every grain of sand upon the beach, I got a kiss for you, and I got more left over for each star that twinkles in the blue. Pearly shells from the ocean, shining in the sun, covering the shore. When I see them, my heart tells me that I love you more than all the little pearly shells, more than all the little pearly shells. Would you like to sing it? I have a feeling you'd like to sing it. Would you? Oh, let's do it. I know you'd like to sing it. Pearly shells from the ocean, shining in the sun, covering the shore. When I see them, my heart tells me that I love you more than all the little pearly shells. For every grain of sand upon the beach, I got a kiss for you, and I got more left over for each star that twinkles in the blue. Pearly shells from the ocean, shining in the sun, covering the shore. When I see them, my heart tells me that I love you more than all the little pearly shells, more than all the little pearly shells. I saw a lot of lips moving there, but I really didn't hear very much going on there. But that gave me a chance to get the second shot at it anyway. I want to tell you, I have in my program because I discovered that a lot of people, when they, after a number, they had the idea that I was shy, and that's not why I'm looking down at me. Quite often I'm scared to death, but I'm never shy. When I was a bachelor, I lived all alone. I worked at the weaver's trade, and the only thing that I did that was wrong was to woo a fair young maid. I wooed her in the winter time, part of the summer too, and the only thing that I did that was wrong was to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. One night she knelt close by my side when I was fast asleep. She threw her arms around my neck and then began to weep. She wept, she cried, she tore her hair. Ah me, what could I do? So all night long I held her in my arms just to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. Again, I am a bachelor. I live with my son. We work at the weaver's trade. And every single time that I look into his eyes, he reminds me of the fair young maid. He reminds me of the winter time, part of the summer too, and of the many, many times that I held her in my arms just to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. I used to announce this next number. I used to say, a few years ago, I recorded a song. And I checked that out, it was 1960. So it was quite a few years ago. And it's called, It's Just My Funny Way of Laughin'. It's got a chorus, and everybody, they seem to like to sing it. And I hope you'll sing it along with me. It goes like this, the chorus, in case you don't know it. It's just my funny way of laughing, yes, my funny way of laughing. Your leaving didn't bother me. It's just my funny way of laughing, yes, my funny way of laughing. I'm really happy as can be. Would you like to take a whack at it? Okay. It's just my funny way of laughing, yes, my. Your leaving didn't bother me. It's just my, yes, my. I'm really happy as can be. That sounds pretty good. You know, I was told before I came to the Scandinavian countries that don't ask these people to sing. Because they won't do it. They'll just sit there. And I didn't believe that because I went to New York City in 1933, and I lived in a place called International House, which was a Rockefeller Foundation up near Columbia University. And I had the honor of being a sort of an extra member of the Scandinavian Club. And as I recall, we would have a meeting a couple of nights a week, and a lot of scolding, and there were some very good voices, and a great instinct for song. So I took a chance, and you're okay, very good. Better than lots, I can tell you. Don't tell me this one broke, too. Yep. Yeah. I wear very fancy shirts. We get them in Hollywood, and they're very tricky because you have to have somebody else button them. I think the unions have something to do like this. You can't button your own shirts. You know? And furthermore, about every time I go to put one on, the button's gone. So here, there was one missing when I was out there in the dressing room before I got here, and now I notice this one's gone too. But they're very nice shirts, and they got a nice little ruffle on them. Where were we? Funny Way of Laughin', oh yes. All right, I will sing the verses. And when we come to the chorus, then you all join in, all right? Well, let's do the chorus first, and I'll go into it. It's just my funny way of laughing, yes, my. Your leaving didn't bother me. It's just my, yes, my. I'm really happy as can be. Now that sounds real good. You sound like a real congregation. Okay, I'll sing the verses when we come to the chorus. You join me. Oh, well, we were going to do it then, weren't we? Well, with that button off, I'm getting a bit confused there. Let's do it again. It's just my funny way of laughing, yes, my. Your leaving didn't bother me. It's just my, yes, my. I'm really happy as can be. If you see me with a great big smile at some party where the fun runs wild, if tears start to flow, I fall apart. Please don't think that you broke my heart. It's just my funny way of laughing. Yes, my funny way of laughing. Your leaving didn't bother me. It's just my, yes, my. I'm really happy as can be. If we meet on the street and a little bit of tear rolls down my cheek, please don't think it's because I'm blue or that I'm still in love with you. It's just my funny way of laughing, yes, my funny way of laughing. Your leaving didn't bother me. It's just my, yes, my. I'm really happy as can be. Remember the day you left our place, how the tears rolled down my face. It wasn't because you were leaving me. I was happy because you were pleasing me. It's just my funny way of laughing. Yes, my funny way of laughing. Your leaving didn't bother me. It's just my funny way of laughing. Yes, my funny way of laughing. I'm really happy as can be. One more time. It's just my funny way of laughing. Yes, my that sounds grand. I like that. Oh, the buzzing of the bees and the cigarette trees, the soda water fountain where the lemonade springs and the bluebird sings in the big rock candy mountain. On a summer's day, the month of May, a burly bum come a-hiking down a shady lane near the sugar cane. He was looking for his liking. As he strolled along, he sung a song of a land of milk and honey, where a bum can stay for many a day, and he won't need any money. Oh, the buzzing of the bees and the cigarette trees, the soda water fountain where the lemonade springs and the bluebird sings in the big rock candy mountain. In the big rock candy mountain, the cops have wooden legs, the bulldogs all have rubber teeth, the hens lay soft-boiled eggs, the farmers' trees are full of fruit, the barns are full of hay. I want to go where there ain't no snow, where the sleet don't fall and the wind don't blow. In that big rock candy mountain, oh, the buzzing of the bees and the cigarette trees, the soda water fountain where the lemonade springs and the bluebird sings in that big rock candy mountain. All things shall perish from under the sky. Music alone shall live, music alone shall live, music alone shall live, never to die. You want to try? All things shall perish from under the sky. Music alone shall live, music alone shall live, music alone shall live, never to die. It's pretty, isn't it? Let's try it again. All things shall perish from I think they're a little smarter over here, aren't they? Yeah, they're a little smarter over here. But let's try it over here. All things shall perish from under the sky. Music alone shall live, music alone shall live. getting better and better and better. As you probably have guessed, this is a round. Now, there are some people up here, am I right? I can't see you, but are you up there? Yes, I thought so. You heard that, didn't you? I wish I could see you. I like to look at you. But let's try and see if we can do it up there. Now, you all listen, then you can learn the tune. All ready? All things shall perish from under the sky. Music alone shall live. Music alone shall live. Music alone shall live. Pretty, pretty. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do now. This will be number one, right? And then I will nod over here, and you be number two. And then number three. Everybody ready? Let's everybody clear his throat. Here we go. All things shall perish from under the sky. All things shall perish from under the sky. All things shall perish. I was never very good at ciphering, but I think you were supposed to be the last up there. All right, let's do one more. We start here. 1, 2. On purpose, I left you for the third because it's very nice down here to hear you singing up there because it's a little like angels coming from on high. So don't forget that. Okay, let's do it 3 times. You do it 3 times through, not 3 times 3, that'd be 9. 3 times through, and you do it 3 times through, and you do it 3 times through. All right? That'll just about do it. Who was first? Well, all things shall perish from under the sky. Music alone shall live. Music alone shall live. Music alone shall live. Music
Big shout out to our sponsor DigiArty and their amazing software, Video Proc Converter. If you've ever wanted to restore and improve your old family videos or home movies, this is the perfect tool. With Video Proc Converter, you can easily enhance, convert, and bring new life to your precious memories in HD. Great for anyone wanting to preserve their personal history. So we have a special offer for our viewers. Get 60% off Video Proc Converter by clicking the link in the description.
like my new rig. Buttons and all. This song is a little curious. I've never sung it before. It's a pretty long story, but it's all telescoped together. It's really like a novel, seems to me. So in order to make it make sense, I'm just going to give it to you a little hunk at a time and see if you like it. Maybe you won't. I like it. It's a song written along the eastern seaboard of the States last century. And it was a happening in a little town, probably many such. I know there was in my little hometown. That was 100 population. Had such a case as this. But they were sort of noted down by some ballad singer. But this one is especially, I think, well said. My name, no, that's wrong. My full name is Tommy Siebel Thompson. Make a note that my initial is a T. I'll tell a story of West Virginia and the year somebody shot Big Bobby Lee. It happened back in 1883. Bobby said, I'm a-coming into town to get a wife. And I think I'd like to have Miss Carol Ann. But Carol was my girl, so I decided I wouldn't give her up to any man. Losing her was just too much for me to stand. Bobby come a-riding into town one Friday morning. Biggest, meanest man who ever rode the hills. I shot him from the roof of Sammy's stable. He was the only man I ever killed. Forget him, I don't guess I ever will. I hid the gun and went away for 2 months. When I come back, no one mentioned him to me. They had taken him to rest on Gawley Mountain. Didn't know that I had killed Big Bobby Lee. They buried him beneath a little dogwood tree. Two years later, I rode up to Gawley Mountain. What I saw there, I bet you won't believe. That dogwood had growed up to form a letter. Plainly written on the skyline was a T. A message from the grave of Bobby Lee. I stood looking at that tree in fascination. Suddenly, I heard a voice in back of me. I whirled around and there stood Bobby's father. He said, "You're the man that killed my Bobby Lee." I think that's when he fired the gun at me. They say you never hear the one that gets you, but I saw the ground come rushing up at me, and I could feel the pain and hurt of all the justice, and I knew the judge and jury was the tree. Verdict from the grave of Bobby Lee. That's a pretty good song. I didn't know how you'd like that, but I'm glad that you did, and I think you did. Sometimes. As I told you, I come from the state of Illinois, in the state, southern Illinois, that is. We make a distinction there because the northern part of Illinois has Chicago. As Mr. Lerner knows, nearly everybody up there votes Democratic, and we mostly vote Republican down where But there's something about having been born in the country. I was born in the first decade of this century in 1909. I'm telling you that because my birthday is June the 14th, and I sure hope you all send me a birthday. There's something about my birthday that people forget. I have gotten very few birthday cards in my time. So I'm coming on to 70, and I think I'm going to get a batch this time. But I saw the first automobile, saw the first airplane, and we didn't have any electricity, as they called it when it first came in there. We lived pretty much as the way people lived, for 100 years, the pioneer tradition. I've seen the whole change. And it's really astonishing. my country, it's really big. It stretches all over there, all kinds of people with all kinds of ideas and all kinds different. It's like the stomach of the alligator, you know. And how they manage to govern the place at all is a mystery to me, but they do. And someday I'm going to congratulate them for doing that. Maybe tonight. But one thing that I have missed, well, I've missed a lot of things that we had in those days. But one thing I miss especially is the front porch. In our house, we had a little front porch. And everything that happened on the front porch. Weddings, engagements, fights, relatives, everything. The front porch was the center of activity. The houses we're building over there now, they don't have any front porches. I guess it's because they can't air condition them. But anyway, they have a little kind of a thing sticking out. You might put a couple pots of flowers on, but that's all. So I mourn the passing of the front porch. And I was talking to a friend of mine about it, and he sent me a little poem. I call it a poem. It might be doggerel, but I don't think so. I think it's better than that. It's sort of like a Norman Rockwell Saturday evening post front page, if you know what I mean. Some of you probably do. But anyway, I'd like to recite that poem for you. I miss the wicker chair and table, freshly painted every spring, the old folks in the rocker, and the children in the swing, and the trellis by the railing where the brown thrush used to sing. I really miss the old front porch. And I miss the neighbor playing banjo, singing songs of long ago, and the jokes we heard on headsets from our crystal radio, and the faint bouquet of lilacs when the breeze began to blow. I really miss the old front porch. It was a place to run from showers, for spending wondrous hours watching rainbows in the sky, for reading Sunday's funnies and hoping the Easter bunny might leave a basket there as he hopped by. And I miss that pretty girl in pigtails, looking like a dream in white, who joined me in the shadows holding hands till late at night. It's funny how the tears come back to dim my eyes tonight, but I really miss the old front porch. And I miss the jack-o'-lantern pumpkins in the corner by the rail, and the windows soaped on Halloween by some mischievous male, and the witches riding cornstalks, a ghostly fairy tale. I really miss the old front porch. And I miss the happy sound of footsteps of a holiday surprise, the smiles of friends and relatives with Christmas in their eyes, and the snow stomped from goulashes of every shape and size. I really miss the old front porch. It's a place for apple pie on the 4th day of July, a place to wave your country's flag, a place for friends to share bursting fireworks in the air, and popcorn from a big brown bag. And I miss that Valentine she left there in the mailbox by the door. The 2 hearts with an arrow from the little country store. Now, you would think that I wouldn't care that I don't get them anymore. But I do. I miss the old front porch. The next song has a chorus, and the verse is in a Norwegian. Here's the way the first verse goes. Soldier, no, it's too high. Soldier, oh soldier, a-comin' from the plain. He courted a lady through honor and through fame. Her beauty shone so bright, it never could be told. She always loved a soldier because he was so bold. Now here's your part. Fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la. You want to try it? Fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la. Fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la. It's, sounds like fa, but I find out I can get it out of my mouth much better if I say fa-la-la-la. Somewhere when I say fa, it falls back someplace. So let's all sing fa-la-la-la. See how that goes. Fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la. Fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la. Maybe that Englishman was right. Well, I could do away with the song. I got plenty others I could sing. But I think you'd like to do it. Fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la. That sounds great. Soldier, oh soldier, a-comin' from the plain. He courted a lady through honor and through fame. Her beauty shone so bright, it never could be told. She always loved a soldier because he was so bold. Fa-la-la-la, 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 fa-la-la. Soldier, oh soldier, it's I would be your bride, but for fear of my father, some danger might betide. Then he pulled out sword and pistol, and he hung him by his side, and he swore he would be married no matter what betide. Fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la. What was that? Then he took her to the parson, and of course home again. Oh, that's wrong. Then he took her to the parson, and of course home again. There they met her father and 7 armed men. Let us fly, says the lady, I fear we shall be slain. Hold your hand, says the soldier, and never fear again. Fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la. Then he pulled out sword and pistol, and he caused them to rattle. The lady held the horse while the soldier fought in battle. Hold your hand, says the old man, do not be so bold. You shall have my daughter and 1,000 pounds of gold. Fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la. Fight on, says the lady, the portion is too small. Hold your hand, says the old man, you can have it all. He took them right straight home, and he called them son and dear, not because he loved them, but only through fear. Fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la. It's good. As I walked out in the streets of Laredo, as I walked out in Laredo one day, spied a young cowboy all wrapped in white linen, wrapped in white linen as cold as the clay. I see by your outfit that you are a cowboy. These words he did say as I boldly walk by. Come sit down beside me and hear my sad story. I'm shot in the breast and I know I must die. It was once in the saddle I used to go dashing. Once in the saddle I used to go gay. First down to Rosie's and then to the card house. I'm shot in the breast and I'm dying today. Get 16 gamblers to carry my coffin, 6 pretty maidens to sing me a song. Take me to the valley and lay the sod o'er me, for I'm a young cowboy and know I've done wrong. Oh, beat the drum slowly and play the fife lowly, play the dead march as they carry me along. Put bunches of roses all over my coffin, roses to deaden the clods as they fall. As I walked out in the streets of Laredo, as I walked out in Laredo one day, I spied a young cowboy all wrapped in white linen, wrapped in white linen as cold as the clay. He was only a lavender cowboy. The hairs on his chest, they were two. He wanted to follow the heroes and do as the he-men do. red, green, and many-colored hair tonics. He rubbed on his chest day and night. When he looked in the mirror next morning, no new hairs grew in sight. He battled for Red Nellie's honor. He cleaned out a hold-up's nest. He died with 2 6-guns a-smoking, but only 2 hairs on his chest. So I was a-walking one morning for pleasure. Spied a cow puncher riding along. His hat was thrown back and his spurs was a-jingling. And as he approached, he was singing a song. Whoopie-tie-yi-yi, get along, little doggie. It's your misfortune and none of my own. Whoopie-tie-yi-yi, get along, little doggie. You know that Wyoming will be your new home. Whoopie-tie-yi-yi. Get along, little
Sign up to our mailing list at www.mimre-tv.com for bonus content and exclusive clips.